There's no greater reward for me or the team than to see our game come to life and to see our players, our star players, taking tremendous pride in being a part of the division. Yeah! And there's no better time to join us as we're about to release the first of our major content updates for our year one journey. A journey beyond Washington, D.C., to save not just a city, but an entire nation. So for the first time, we're taking the fight outside the city, and you'll venture deep into the woodlands to spearhead an attack on a presidential compound as you seek to bring a traitor to justice. The National Zoo is the setting of our next mission, where you and your team will hunt down the surviving outcast leader. And this brings us to our final edition of Episode 1, a place called Kenley College, and it's home to an entirely new gameplay experience. One that will take exploration, investigation, and logic to uncover the fate of a military convoy gone dark. Now, Episode 2, coming this fall, we'll bring to you the Pentagon. You must do everything it takes to secure what lies behind the walls of this last castle. But this won't be the greatest danger you face in Episode 2. I'm very excited to tell you that our second raid will be coming this fall, bringing back intense 8-player action. Yeah! What if Rebirth was not about bringing the world as we know it back to life, but the opposite? One man holds that power, and humanity itself is at stake. Agents, it's time to engage in a manhunt.
We had the training. We fought to protect the weak. But training doesn't prepare you to hunt someone you used to call brother. He has left us no other choice. If we don't stop him, there will be nothing left to save.
Hello everyone and welcome to State of the Game number 124 on the 12th of June. It's E3 week, so we thought we'd give you a little bit of a recap on what's happened in the past few days. A little bit of a behind the scenes footage. Ella's over there at the moment doing all that stuff and we are just stuck here. Like the kind of, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a not so rude word. So if you hadn't checked the Ubisoft conference, hopefully that gets you all caught up. Today, we're going to go through some of the existing issues in the game because this is the state of the game. We will talk to Rasmus, who I have here with me, who you may remember from other streams. Hey, man, you were gesturing just before at the CGI part of the trailer.
Yeah.
Is that something bad or good?
No, it was good.
Yeah.
The agent had a weapon on his back. The owl, I think, the assault rifle version, and it looked like one that we did a little visual tweak to just recently. Spoilers.
Spoilers. Wow, I had no idea. Well, that's why you hopefully come to this stream so you get information like that. Before we talk to Rasmus about some of the things that are changing with Recal, some of the other things he works on, I'll try and get as much information as I can. Quick recap. So with all the E3 stuff. Episode 1's going to be free for all players coming in July. Expeditions are new. So they're free events with new collectibles, treasure rooms, environmental puzzles, unique boss mechanics. I like that. There's 3 locations which unlock one after another. The previous location will remain unlocked until all are open. All right. Once you've finished all 3 investigation areas, the reward is a treasure room with plenty of loot. We like that. There's also a mastery system where you complete various challenges to earn a rating. And you get rewards based on your performance. So expeditions are going to be new. There's a new mission, Manning National Zoo, so you would have started to see some of the new art for that in the conference. There's a lot of cool stuff. So you return to the Roosevelt Island to face the leader of the Outcasts, Emmeline Shaw. What else do we have in here? Camp White Oak is also another new mission, where you face the Black Tusk in that nice little wooded area you might have seen in the footage from E3. You will need to be in World Tier 5 to play this. There's also, Terry was particularly excited about this, the Pentagon coming in episode 2, The Last Castle. So we'll have more information about how that's going to go down in future streams. There will also be the second raid. I take that as the second raid isn't the Pentagon. Right?
Who knows?
I'm just, I actually don't know what the second raid is.
Yeah?
You know.
Yeah, what's the raid?
Okay. Anyway, that's what I've got here, so that's what I can tell you right now. This is what it says. Pentagon The Last Castle is coming in episode 2. Also, episode 2 will include the second raid. Okay. Do with that what you will. That's coming in fall, or autumn for non-Americans. Episode 3, we are going on a manhunt to Coney Island.
Yeah.
Coney Island is in New York, by the way. So, who are you hunting down? The rest is a mystery. Is it though?
We're hunting Coney.
Yeah, Mr. Coney. That's coming early next year. There was also a trailer for that, and you saw the end snippet of it right at the end. What I didn't cover in this little video behind-the-scenes excerpt is that the Division 2 is coming to Google Stadia. We're freaking cool.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that.
Yes.
The Division movie, also, we haven't talked about that in ages because we aren't making it ourselves. It's going to be made in conjunction with Jake Gyllenhaal and Jessica Chastain, who are featuring in it. Directed by David Leitch, who directed Deadpool 2. So if you liked Deadpool 2, maybe you'll be excited about that. But that was news to me. I didn't know until the conference that it's being made together with Netflix. So, wow. Okay, cool. That works for me. Before we talk to Rasmus, I actually did get a bunch of footage from Ella this morning, and she sat down with Terry to kind of just go over a few of his feelings after that. So stick around, because in about 4 minutes, Rasmus is going to be here with me. I mean, he's here already, but we'll start that conversation. So here is Ella's interview with Terry from E3 at Super Fresh.
Cookies, it's fantastic. That's it.
All right, thank you so much. Have a great rest of E3.
Thank you so much. Yes, my name is Terry Spear. I'm the creative director at Red Storm Entertainment on The Division 2.
Nice. So you just presented at the UB conference here at E3. How did it feel?
Amazing. What a superb honor to be able to present our year one plans to the community and to the fans everywhere. It was a tremendous experience, one that I'll never forget.
And what are you most excited about among the things that you announced?
Oh, man. That's a doozy of a question. Coney Island. I love our narrative, you know, the whole Division narrative. And so being able to continue to sort of follow the deeper threads in the Division and go back to Coney Island. And I'm really excited for that. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, cool. And how is it to see, I know you shouted out the star players during the speech. How is it to see the people here at E3?
It's always great. Last year we had the opportunity when we were here at E3 to spend time with our star players, and so that's always a really motivating time to connect with them and learn from them and share with them and get ideas from them and collaborate and all that stuff. So they have a lot of energy, and it's a nice shot in the arm to hang out with them and hug them and feel their excitement and really show them that they are a part of the team. So that's super cool.
Okay, so what about episode 1 and 2? Those are pretty big too, even though episode 3 is obviously very exciting.
Yeah, episode 1 and 2 are going to be great, right? Episode 1, we've got the new main missions where you go to Camp White Oak, right? To go after the traitor. I don't want to spoil anything, right? But it's going to be really fun. And then the zoo is brilliant. It's beautiful. Going to chase after the outcast leader. That's exciting. Episode 2 with the raid. I mean, come on. I know that there was the spiel on stage about breaking records and stuff like that, but being able to learn what we did from the first raid and make some new mechanics and challenge the players in new and crazy ways will be so much fun. The art already looks tremendous. The Pentagon. Are you kidding me? We're going to the Pentagon. That is awesome. So, So that's the fall, right? All that will be coming in a space of time over the fall. Episode 1, 2, we can't forget the expeditions, right? In episode 1, I know I'm jumping back and forth, but I've got stuff everywhere. But Kenley College, like the expeditions, the exploration, I think that's going to be really cool because it's going to be less hand-holdy, right? This content this time is going to be about, like I said, exploration. And you're going to have to think it out to figure out what this mystery is with this convoy that went dark. So a lot of great free content. I mean, that's going to be a whole lot of fun to play. That's really cliche to say, but I think there's going to be a lot of fun stuff to play over the course of the next year.
Cool. All right. Is there anything else that you would like to add as a final shout out on State of the Game?
Free weekend, like a free weekend. I think that's a lot of fun to engage in the free weekend, right? We've got a great community. You know that, right? The community knows that. There's all kinds of ways for people to reach out. Our community's always been very supportive of new players. So our social media channels, our forums, right? Reach out if you need any assistance. Get into the game for free. It's a fantastic time to engage. Like I said on stage, like there's so much coming with this new drop. Get in the free weekend. Get hooked. Join us. Play. It's awesome. We have cookies. It's fantastic. That's it.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of E3.
Thank you so much.
I think we actually need to start playing a game with Terry.
He looks so happy.
I know, but I call the game like high or awesome. Like, is he high? Or is he just awesome? And I think it's always he's just awesome.
Yeah. I've met him a couple of times and he is.
Yeah. Fun fact, people always pick up on his giant mug called Muggalodon, of course. It's always only just got water in it. Yeah, it's just water. He's just a really hydrated dude. That's his secret to being awesome.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated, exactly. So before we dive into, not recalibration, even though Rasmus was responsible for that, and we talked about it in previous streams, we're going to talk about other things, crafting and that sort of thing. But I don't want to overlook the current issues that are in the game. And I love being the ire of a lot of folks out there. Currently, the one that's sticking out is the bullet registration and the conversation that's happening right now. I don't mind being in videos, but I do want to make sure that we give you up-to-date information about those things. So there is some inconsistency present when using the weapon, when using any weapon in the shooting range. We talked about that last week, and we are investigating exactly what that means for other areas of the game. The investigation is happening right now. We talked to some of the members of the production team. I don't have an update for you on what's being executed there, but it's being looked at right now. So thank you for talking about it with us, and we will continue to do our part as well to make sure that we get the most up-to-date information, even though I don't really have too much news on it right now. These things take time to fix, but we will update you as we can. TU4 is coming next week. I can't tell you exactly when that's happening, but it is coming next week, so that's pretty cool. The immunity to damage in PvP for a short time when player is in cover and uses a medkit. We're aware of that one too, and we're investigating that. The first week completion reward for the arm patch not being given after you complete it. There is a partial fix for that right now, and there is an investigation for a full fix happening as well. So we are very aware of that being an issue. If you completed the raid in the first week, you should be getting that if you aren't getting it already. Because, I mean, you put in a lot of effort. It's important that you get that. One last thing. So I was freaking out a little bit before, and I was like, where is Rasmus? so I ran upstairs, past all the game designers. Frederick Thylander stopped me and said, hey, do you have the ability to just update people on one other thing that we've been seeing on Reddit? And he told me, after seeing a bunch of threads about on the PTS specialization weapons looking like we are nerfing them. That's not the case. There might be an issue with the way the balance is being or is working on the PTS, but the intention is not to nerf them. In fact, it's likely the opposite, to make specialization weapons really powerful and cool. So, yes, that's what Frederick said. Hi, Rasmus.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Oh, I forgot one thing. Some players can't craft exotic weapons with 500 gear score, and we also know about that one. Who are you and what do you do?
Who knows? So my name is Rasmus Künstlicher. I'm a game designer. I work with progression. I've been working mainly with crafting, recalibration, gear and items, and modding.
Very cool. Yeah, we've had you on here to talk about recalibration in the past, but today, what in your mind are some of the biggest issues with the systems that you get to touch, and what are you going to do about them?
Oh, ripping them all out.
Sorry, I mean like.
Yeah, no, but we're looking a lot of what's happening on live, how players are playing, what's fun and what's not. That's super important. So it's not just what's our intentions, but rather, okay, so what's a fun way to engage with the different systems. And one of the big issues that we've been looking at for this update was the gear mods, where we saw that you could stack the generic type gear mods through all your slots to get like 1 or 2 stats really, really high. But to do that, you usually have to like farm in weird places or have a low-level alt, etc., etc. And like the game is mostly fun when you play like on your maxed character, right?
Sure.
So that's supposed to be. So that one we addressed. Yeah.
Okay, so I see here the gear mod slots are limited to offense, defense, and utility. So there's a reduction from 6 to 3.
Yeah.
What's this about?
Exactly. So we still have the type requirement that an offensive mod goes in an offense slot, offense mod that is, and for defense and utility the same, of course. What we removed was the system protocol category requirement. So you no longer need to have a protocol utility mod in a protocol utility slot, but rather any utility mod goes into that slot. So we saw that it was a little bit too hard to get mods that you wanted, and then when you got them, you also needed to find a very specific gear piece to get that 1 out of 6 mod slot category matching, and we wanted to open that up to make it easier to make builds. So what we did there was to reduce it, and as long as it's blue or red or yellow, then it's gonna fit.
Okay, so are there changes to generic mods?
Yeah, so that's the other, it's a little bit of a hug and a hammer approach. So in the last update, we already did a balancing change to buff the high-end mods, the orange, because they were underperforming. And then we also brought the blue ones down a little bit. And now, as a second step here, we're making it so that high-end gear won't accept generic mods anymore, because they were breaking stuff in weird ways, because you could stack them unintentionally. So the offense, defense, utility requirements, they're there for balancing reasons, mainly. And so we decided to, we're bringing these up, we're buffing those mods, we're also making it way easier for you to equip them. And then we figured that, we can remove the generic mods from that equation, because the purpose of the generic mods is actually to give you something in the campaign. So you can try it out, get accustomed to the system, and even if you're replacing your gear on a high frequency, you can bring your generic mods with you pretty easily. But when you hit endgame, start to make builds, min-maxing, then it's time to find the more specific mods that give you maximum power towards what you're building.
Okay. All right, so if you were to kind of sum up those changes, what's the design goal for that?
The design goal is to make it easier and more fun to equip gear mods in the end game.
All right. Nice, simple.
Yeah.
So there are also some updated visuals to named items. And you mentioned that during kind of the little CGI bit we showed. What else can you tell us about those changes?
Yeah, so what happened was that we made the named items for launch because we wanted to have some lore nuggets in there to give out something special. But we didn't want to make more exotics because exotics, they're super special and they're rule breaking, and a lot of time and effort goes into creating those and realizing those. Whereas the named items, they exist within the rules of the game. So an identical item could roll, but they have their name and they have a little lore snippet and some backstory to them. And now what we started to do is to update some of them visually. So they're gonna have the same model, but they're gonna have a different texture.
Okay.
Which makes them look really, really cool.
All right. So, but those every time you get one of these, that will have that unique texture.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly. And it will apply to existing ones as well.
Okay, but that's not a skin that you equip?
No, you can
as a
still equip
mod?
a skin on top of it, so you can still customize your look because, like, yeah, fashion agents.
Sure. Yeah,
We're here for
we
you.
want that.
We see you.
Yeah.
So that's still going to be there. They're not going to change in functionally in any way. It's just if you don't have a skin on them, they're going to look a little bit different from their base version, so to say. So
Okay.
the mirrored version.
So let's say, just to super clarify, if you have a named and a non-named one, and you apply the same skin to them, will they look the same then?
Almost.
Okay.
You will still see some details from the named version that's
Okay.
different. So they might have the skin is not applied in all the same places,
Okay.
or you see some details through the paint.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So we're updating the Virginian and Invisible Hand and the Shield Splinterer in this first batch.
Very cool.
The Shield Splinterer is
Looks
looking
good?
really cool. Yeah.
Nice.
It's great.
People who already have these weapons will get those changes applied to the ones that they have.
Yep.
Cool.
Absolutely.
A new exotic holster?
Yeah.
I didn't know about this until I read it just now.
What's up with that? Yeah, it's the Dodge City Gunslinger's holster.
All right. All right. It's not shitty.
No, it's pretty
gonna
good.
be good.
Yeah, I like it. I've been playing a little bit with it. It's super interesting.
Don't quote me on that. It might be shitty. I don't know. But
It's where it's not mine.
Is it going on the PTS?
It's on the PTS.
Okay. Well, if it is shitty, we can test it first.
Yeah.
But you can acquire it through a quest. That's pretty cool.
Yes. So this is one of the exotics that you create with crafting, and that means that you have the little crafting quest, so to say, to acquire the different components and everything. And this time around, I had so much fun working on this. This is my baby for this update. You're gonna kick this off by buying a project at Inaya, the crafting vendor. That will give you some intel that hints towards going west. And then it's a cowboy-filled adventure from
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
But you're staying inside DC. It's not like go west to like
No, yeah.
Kansas.
No, it's we didn't make a new map for this
Okay.
one.
Just checking. All right. No, that's really cool. I also see here that the weekly invasion rewards have been improved.
Yeah. So weekly invasion rewards, if you're at gear score 500, you're going to get 500 stuff from them.
Yeah.
And we also did that to named enemies in all hard and challenging missions. So they've been bumped. So if you're gear score 500, you're going to see 500 loot drops from these enemies.
Solid change.
Yeah.
I don't have it in here, but while I have you, are there any changes to crafting that we can talk about that we haven't already? One of the questions that always comes up is cross-character, like account-wide things.
Right.
I don't assume that's something for TU4.
No, because then it would have been on the PTS, because we want to test it, of course. But we are looking at many things. And
Is that something you'd want to do?
Yeah, and as the crafting guy, I'm pretty busy these days.
It's not a new conversation as well, because I remember last time at some point when I had you on and we talked about it, there was a reason why it's not in at launch. And
Yes.
that's so you can have, that experience on multiple characters of having a fresh,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, and I think what I really would like to try to preserve behind, if and when we open it up to the whole account, is to basically have it as an opt-in. So if you want to play vanilla again, you can go and do that and get all the blueprints, etc., etc. But if you want a new character or you already have an alt that's leveled up, and you want to share these resources in between, which is the blueprints, then yeah, sure, just opt in to do that.
Cool.
That would be cool.
Like just like a character toggle or something when you create
Yeah.
a character. Or,
Yeah, something like that. So that's something we're looking at, but can't say when and what just now.
could you, while you're at it, this is my request, again, not a confirmation of anything that's coming. I've always wanted permadeath.
Yes.
Just while you're there putting toggles on stuff.
So actually,
Just press that button.
if you recalibrate your agent's head, you remove the chip that's
Wow.
lodged inside her brain,
Then
and that will
permadeath.
kill them.
He's joking.
I am.
Kotaku watches this stream, so the last thing I want is for...
Yet another article.
Well, I mean, I love articles. Just
Yeah, that was great. That was
not
fun.
ones with wrong information, so I get fired.
Exactly.
But that'd be cool.
Yeah. Let's do that.
So, also, the PTS. Is there anything else you're looking at on the PTS that you would like people to test out and give dedicated feedback on?
So the specialization is really cool, of course. We're looking at that in general, and the whole means of acquiring everything that goes into that. I think the mods the mods is the thing I'm personally looking mainly at. So are they equipping everywhere they should, and is that working as intended? Do we have any unforeseen problems or frustrations that has arisen?
Cool. All right. Just to clarify again, if you're coming to the stream late, Frederick Thylander told me when I was running around the office before that the specialization weapons seeming a little bit underpowered on the PTS is not intentional. We want them to be mega powerful, and there might be an issue with those right now. So, yes. The PTS closes on Friday, so get your playtime in before then and give us all that data. Especially with the gunner, getting the feedback on that is really good. Wow, I sounded really American then. I actually pronounced the R. Gunner.
You mean Gatling Gal?
Gunner. Gatling Gal.
Yeah.
I like that. On Tuesday, this Tuesday, we did a maintenance on the PTS where we unlocked all the skill points on the gunner's skill tree, so go test that out. Special field research, which is the way you unlock the gunner specialization and cosmetics, is available on the PTS, and we'd love to hear your feedback on that too. There are a lot of other changes in TU4, which we talked about with Frederick Thylander last week, and the final patch notes will be available when the update goes live. Next week, we said that TU4 is coming out, and stay tuned on Twitter and all of that to catch up on the latest release announcements for TU4.
I think you missed the most important update though.
Ooh.
The aux battery mods for the skills.
Yes.
They now have icons that matches their skill.
That's really
so
nice.
the turret one has a turret icon, and the drone one has a drone icon.
There you go. So now it's not unplayable.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Game works again.
Great. You will have noticed in the E3 chat that Terry did on stage that there is a free weekend between June 13 and 16th. This weekend on all platforms. Then you can get the game at the discounted price between June 7th to 24th. So you might be here being like, is the Division for me? Well, you can try it out this weekend for free. Or it's more likely that you are here wanting to know about the issues and things that are coming with, let's say, your favorite game, and you want to bring some friends. Now you can be like, hey, friend, join me this weekend on the free weekend time. All progress, this is important, will carry over from the free weekend into the game should they purchase it. So also, this is pretty cool. For new players, we know that getting into the game can be a little bit tricky sometimes. It's complicated and all of that. And so what we have done, you can visit the free weekend dedicated Discord channel and read it looking for group mega thread to meet experienced players who can help you on your TCTD2 journey. That stands for Tom Clancy's The Division. We usually write that here, and I realize that we don't actually say that much. You can use hashtag Agents Unite on Twitter as well. There's some people using that to meet like-minded agents. And it's really cool when all of you great agents out there help bring people into the game and give them a positive experience, because I think the community around our game is, I mean, I know people say this, but like I think we actually are the best one out there. Am I biased? Yes, but it doesn't mean that it's not true. Okay, fight me. That is going to be all of the kind of news things for today. Thank you, Rasmus, for chatting with some things. Hope I didn't push you too much on things that you're not allowed to talk about. But
it's always fun to be put on edge.
Good.
Yeah. I have to ask you, did you see the trailer where the star players got the notifications of...
Loved it. It was so good.
How much did you cry?
I cried quite a lot.
I cried so much. It was so good.
So E3 is more than just us. What's your favorite thing from E3?
So it must be Helen.
In Watch Dogs?
Yeah, Helen in Watch Dogs is my Patronus. I love her.
10 out of 10.
I'm also very afraid of her. Watched the Nintendo stream today. It's looking pretty cool. New Zelda. Cool stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yeah. And also the game where you play as a deer with shiny antlers.
Didn't
I forgot
some
the
like
name.
teenager like make that by himself or herself? I can't remember.
I don't know.
That's what
I don't even know what it's called.
No.
But I'm here for it. And as soon as it releases, I'm going to play it.
I like anything From Software does, so I'm excited about that. Where is that Goose Game?
Yeah, where's that Goose Game?
That's the biggest upset for me. For me, with hell is that Goose Game?
My friend Pedro is a locally grown game that launches soon. Had a short little trailer from Devolver, published by Devolver. That's going to be fun. That's going to be great.
Cool.
Bullet Ballet.
Nice.
Good
Go
stuff.
check it out. We are done with all the news here, but there's also some cool things that the community have been working on. In particular, you may recognize Vicente Prod from his awesome videos with the Division. So he has collaborated with some people here on this really cool trailer. So we'll be back with some more agent highlights in just a second, but this trailer is really cool. We'll be back in a minute. Nice.
Cool.
Part of me also wants to see some. I love when people say nice things about our game. That's always awesome. And I know other people say other things about our game. I think it would be hilarious. And I know inevitably people have done it. Did you see the Honest Game trailers one about?
Oh, I didn't see that one yet. It's in my queue.
That's cool. I always love those.
Yeah.
But like, I would love to see an epic trailer that's just like, meh. You know?
Yeah.
Meh.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's not even. I mean, not even like negative. Just like, played it a bit.
It's a game.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. We have some of the agent highlights that you probably have come to expect from us here as well, and these ones are really cool as well. So let's take a look at the first one from Grand Rexord.
Oh, I saw these.
Very cool. Super cute.
Yes.
I would love to see more of this. If anyone ever does like an animated, like short, I'd be totally. Do you remember like who was the one that did those StarCraft ones?
I don't know, but we had an animated thing at launch with the specializations. That was rad.
That was really, really cool. Anyway, get to it. That one's really cool, so go follow on Twitter for that one as well. We have a couple more for you. This one, what have we got here? We have, yes. So Michelle has taken a picture of her husband, and the turret and pistol are both 3D printed, which is solid. Wow. They have a weapons wall with a lot more 3D printed guns that you can check out on the Twitter over there. So Shellski 2001, if you want to see some 3D printed weapons, maybe if you ask nicely, they'll send you the files. I'm not approved to say that. That's probably not true. But, you know, give it a go. See what happens, because they are.
That looked like a screenshot.
Those are really tidy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was tight.
Do we have a 3D printer at work?
Somewhere.
Okay. Just saying.
Should print one.
Yes, exactly. All right. We have one more, and this one is commitment. I am into it real hard. So Vukasindordevic, my Eastern European name pronunciation is terrible. So the story behind the tattoo is to honor his biological mother. He was born prematurely and had breathing problems. And there was a story in the Division 1 that reminded him of all of these things.
Aww.
So I love that commitment. Freaking rad.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could have a Division 1 tattoo, what would it be?
Good luck out there, you'll need it. That's the one quote that stuck for me from the first game, because every time we tested a game, we spawned on Manhattan.
Yeah.
We had to listen to helicopter guy screaming,
Yeah.
good luck out there,
You'll
you'll
need
need it.
That guy was great.
Yeah, he looked after us.
So not farts and good intentions? That's my favorite. I don't know how well it translates into a tattoo, though.
Well, I mean, Small Arms Fire is a good candidate as well.
Small Arms Fire
Yes.
is a good one.
With a T-Rex.
I think We Are the Wolves is pretty cool. Yeah.
But with birds.
Huh?
It's a phoenix, it's a bird.
No, but Fei Lao says, Captain, we are the wolves. Wow. Do you not know your
Deep.
Fei Lao lines?
I do. She talks about drinking sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
Best
Okay.
whiskey sours in Manhattan.
Oh, good.
There we go.
I was gonna
Yeah.
do like a test for you right now.
Yeah. Now you owe me a whiskey sour in Manhattan.
Fair enough. We could actually do like I would like to get a bunch of devs on here and test their knowledge of the game that they made. That would be really fun and probably embarrassing.
Yes.
Are you down?
Yeah, do it. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna win.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm making shit up as I go, so I can't
cool.
lose.
All right, thanks everyone for coming by today. Again, the PTS is open till Friday. Go and play it, check it out, give us feedback on all of the things, the gunner in particular, and all of the mods as well. Rasmus will be your best friend if you do that. We will be back again next week. There shouldn't be any issues with that. And until then, enjoy the rest of the E3 madness and news surrounding it, and we'll catch you again real soon. All right, see ya.
Bye.
Americans love a winner and will not tolerate a loser. Americans play to win all the time. I wouldn't give a hoot in hell for a man who lost and laughed. That's why Americans have never lost and will never lose a war.